Hi Bowl Bakers! During the holiday season, you usually have tons of cookies in the house, sometimes even too many to eat. So I'm going to show you how you can make your own homemade cookie butter and turn that into lots of different recipes. So let's get baking. The beauty about a cookie butter is that you don't waste cookies and you can take it and turn it into lots of different recipes. I'm going to show you how you can take each one that we make today and turn it into something new. We're going to start out with a Nutter Butter cookie butter. Obviously I'm using Nutter Butters for this recipe, but you can use any kind of peanut butter cookie you like. With a Nutter Butter or any cookie that has filling in the middle, you will want to scrape that out because as delicious as it is, we actually don't want it in our cookie butter. So just make sure, scrape out the filling and pop your cookie into a food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, it's totally fine. You can bash them up by hand with a rolling pin or in a pestle and mortar. Just make sure you get them nice and fine. Once all your cookies are in there, we're going to pop on our lid and pulse it until they're really nice and fine. It will only take around 20 seconds. Okay, lovely. Now remember guys, you can do this with any cookie you have. You don't have to do it with just peanut butter cookies. And this is what they should look like, fine with no lumps. Okie dokie, so to this we are going to add some melted butter and some evaporated milk. Now if you don't have evaporated milk, I suggest using just regular milk. I don't recommend substituting condensed milk because it's very sweet. Now I'm just going to add in a little bit of salt because you know how I feel about salt, and with peanuts it goes so well together. Okay, we're going to pop back on our lid and pulse it up for a few more seconds until it all comes together. And there you have it. That's your cookie butter. I'm going to taste a little bit of this. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. It tastes like peanut butter and cookies mixed together, which is not a bad thing. Now that our cookie butter is made, I'm going to store it in this lovely airtight container. I'm going to keep it in the fridge for up to 3 weeks. It'll be totally fine. And remember, because it's Christmas time, it would also make a really great edible gift. So my favorite way to use this cookie butter is to make homemade peanut butter cups, and it is incredibly easy. Let me show you how. Brush a small cupcake liner with melted chocolate, creating a nice thick shell. When it's done, pop it in the fridge to harden. Once your chocolate shell is set, pop in a generous scoop of your cookie butter. Push it right down into your shell. To seal your peanut butter cup, put some of the same melted chocolate on top and spread it all over to create that lovely cup that we all know and love. And to make sure your chocolate is nice and even, tap it on the counter so it doesn't have any lines. Once it's set in the fridge, it should look like this. A real homemade peanut butter cup. My sister's going to love these because peanut butter cups are hard to find in Ireland, so now she can make her own. This tastes just like the real thing, if not better. Now that we've done peanut butter, we're going to move on to our next cookie, and it's another fan favorite here on Bigger Bolder Baking. Our next cookie butter is made using my favorite chocolate cookie, and that is an Oreo. Just like before, we're going to add our cookies into our food processor. And then on with your lid and then pulse until fine. Lovely, all you want are fine crumbs. To your crumbs, we're going to add in our melted butter. Everything's better with butter. And then to follow that, our evaporated milk. 3 lovely, rich, creamy, sweet ingredients. Okay, on with our lid and pulse again until just combined. All of my recipes for my cookie butters can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, and if you only have a handful of cookies and still want to make some butter, you can do that just like half or quarter my recipe and it will work really well. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, perfect, look at that. Oh man. It's just this really gooey, yummy texture. Now that our cookie butter is done, we're going to store it in a jar, and I'm going to show you a really great way how to use it. With this cookie butter, I'm going to show you how you can make your very own homemade Oreo truffles. Grind up some extra Oreo cookies. To this, we're going to add in our Oreo cookie butter, and then mix these 2 ingredients together. Take some of this Oreo mix, roll it in your hand into a ball, and then pop it on a baking tray. Keep making truffles until your mix is all gone. Now pop your truffles into the fridge for 15 minutes so they can go cold. Take your truffles and dip them into some white melted chocolate. Scrape off any excess chocolate and then gently place it on your baking tray. And just before it sets, you're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of Oreo cookie crumb. Just a few easy steps later, you have these beautiful homemade truffles. Look at those. I don't know anybody who wouldn't like these as a gift this year. Take a look at these. They've got a lovely crispy chocolate shell and a really nice soft Oreo center. This is my kind of truffle. Now you know what delicious treats you can make with your Oreo cookie butter. Let's move on to our next flavor. During Christmas in my mum's house in Ireland, there is never a shortage of shortbread. We always have tons in the house given as gifts or something that my mum has bought. So I'm going to show you how to use your shortbread and make a lovely shortbread cookie butter. Just like before, add your shortbread into your food processor. On with our lid and pulse until you have fine crumbs. Now in with your melted butter and your evaporated milk. Now just pop back on the lid and pulse it until it just comes together. And just a note, if your cookie butter looks like it might not be as stiff as mine, you can always go ahead and add in more cookie crumbs. Oh man, this is yummy. I like to save the very best for last because I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into a cookie butter mug cake. In a microwave mug, add in your room temperature cookie butter. Add in milk and then combine them together. To this, add in your flour and baking powder. And then mix together until you form a batter. You can use any flavoured cookie butter to make this mug cake, and you'll notice it doesn't contain eggs. Now, just like all my other mug cakes, we're going to pop this guy in the microwave. Less than a minute later, you have this beautiful warm mug cake. I'm going to top mine with some freshly whipped cream and some cookie crumbs, and then enjoy while it's still hot. Cookie butters are fun and easy to make, and remember, you can use any cookie you want to make amazing creative desserts just like the ones I showed you today. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here every Thursday for more bigger, bolder baking.